All opinions are those of the participants making them and are not an endorsement of any position, program, religion, or political affiliation. DFG's Corner is for information, observations, and entertainment. I ask that you like, share, comment, and subscribe.
But then life smacked me in the face and the back of the head and then punched me in the stomach and was like, yeah, those are expectations. You have to you have to realize everybody is different, and just because you like something, you might like something else when you get older, or you might like something else out of your partner than you actually thought you would. So I don't know, because I've like, oh, I want this and this, I got it. Then I really didn't want that, but I wanted something different. Like, I wanted somebody to be able to conversate with me, but then I realized that I block half the people conversations out and zone out. So that's not good for me in a relationship, because I don't listen half the time. So how am I going to be? How do I want to be with somebody that wants to conversate with me and I'm just zoning out because you're boring? So
Yeah, yeah. Somebody you related to did that when they were alive. You be talking to them, and then they be like, "What? What you talking about?" And you know what I'm talking about.
and it's not on purpose. As Apple says, I have the attention span the size of a net.
Yep.
So, and yeah, so I'll try. I do my best to work on it and be present in conversations. This is why I'm glad that I'm more focused on trying to make it here every Tuesday on time, or
And I
at least make
appreciate
it.
that. And I definitely appreciate that. Before I go on, I want to thank our usual our other family members that are here. So DJ Dabs, Miss Dream, Miss Kim, and our resident thespian, Miss Summer. Also Miss Nikki and Miss Jackie over in YouTube land. And I just added another site. I'm not only on TikTok Live, not only on Instagram Live, not only on Facebook Live. I'm on Rumble Live. So if y'all don't have Rumble, go to Rumble. It's like YouTube, but you can do a lot more. I'll be uploading things to that. I also got a Substack. Check out my link tree in my bio. I made while researching what I want to talk about. I made a couple of AI videos that kind of gives a context. I put in the YouTube, put in the Google, what do men want from women and what do women want from men? Just it's about a minute long, so I'm gonna step back and let that.
What men and women look for in a partner understanding relationship preferences. Have you ever wondered what men and women truly look for in a partner? In today's video, we'll break down the qualities people often value most in relationships. Let's start with men. While everyone's preferences are unique, many men are drawn to core qualities like respect, loyalty, kindness, and a good sense of humor. Intelligence and confidence are also highly valued, as well as having similar life goals and values. Of course, physical attraction, a youthful appearance, and personality traits such as independence and optimism can play a role too. Now let's talk about women. Much like men, women appreciate partners who are kind, respectful, and emotionally intelligent. A good sense of humor, ambition, and confidence are common traits they look for as well. Physical appearance matters to some, but personality and shared values often weigh just as heavily. Remember, what appeals to one person might not appeal to another. Preferences are as individual as we are. Ultimately, there's no single formula for attraction. Both men and women seek a blend of personality, values, and chemistry that feels right for them. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into relationships and human behavior.
That took me about 20 minutes to make. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But I'm gonna start off with Big Al, my pal down there in lovely 706, originally from the 308. Big Al, what the that video we just saw, what do you think about that? Is it off? Is it close? Is it there?
I think it's close, but One of the things I'd like to address is your first part of your question about lists. And I think the problem with lists is that we come up with unrealistic things that we want. And then early on in relationships, we articulate that to a person that we're dating. And I think a lot of times, both on the men and women's side, we'll perpetrate. Perpetrate mean that we'll pretend that we're this way when we're really a totally different way. So for me individually, it's about communications. If I got a lady who can communicate, who has some knowledge about worldly events and what's going on, across this nation, then we're good to go. I'm not caught up on looks, size, how tall you are, how much you weigh, how long your hair is, and all that. I just want to be able to communicate and have a connections with you mentally, intellectually, and spiritually.
That's good, Big Al. I mean, a lot of times we don't look at it from that scenario. And that was one thing I always said, that when you make a list and you find everybody that meets that everything on your list, they usually ain't the one you really want. So I'm not saying lists are bad. You should have non-negotiables, but you can't, there's such a thing called 80-20. If you watched, what think like not Why Did I Get Married parts one, and they talked about the 80-20. A lot of people are willing to throw away the 80 to try to get that 100%. And we know that 100% person doesn't exist, but we still chase it anyway. I'm going to move over and ask Dream. Dream, what did you think about what Big Al said? What did you think about what the video said? What the video said? You're on mute.
Sorry. Okay. I agree with what Big Al said. And similarly, basically what you're saying, I don't think there's like a perfection type of thing. So I think we all want different things and are searching for whatever it is we think or we might feel that we want. But I think we just have to kind of play that 80-20 rule and be as happy as we can be, knowing that if you're always running around searching for the next best thing, it's going to be time consuming. And I don't know if such a thing really exists.
That makes sense. You want to add something, some.
Everybody. So I think that's a young thing. When you start off, you have this list of the perfect guy and everything you want, and then as you get older, the realism hits, and you find that there are other qualities that are more important than certain things, and so you mature. And I think that's about it. But I agree with Big Al. It's what's in your head, how you think, how you carry yourself. It's a lot more than just looks.
But looks is what we see, and more than likely, you don't see a personality walking down the street. Now, in the times of the internet and the interwebs, it's probably you probably fall for the personality before you fall for the person, because if that wasn't the case, then not, a lot of people wouldn't be getting catfished. So, but making the list, and you're right, it does start young, but there are some older people, men and women, that they just get older in age. They don't get older in sense. And if you 40, 50, and you still looking for a guy with six.
On the behalf of myself, DFG, Chocolate Pearl, Apple, and Bean, We want to thank you for watching our show. Please come back, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.